All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I'm Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to talk about some Bitcoin miners that are in distress. One in particular put out a press release today that is really, in my opinion, one of the worst press releases I've ever seen. And then another one that is having a bad day as well. And then I want to revisit, 3 weeks ago, I did a list of 6 Bitcoin mining stocks that I thought were distressed. So I want to revisit that list and just see where they're at right now, 3 weeks later. So if you're new to the channel, we talk about Bitcoin and the miners all the time on this channel. So please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Also, if everybody could please smash the like button. And lastly, you can join the channel and become a member by hitting the join button, which is right next to the subscribe button on the YouTube page. And members get some members only content. We do a once a week members only live stream every Tuesday after the market closes. And in addition to that, the members get to pick on that live stream a company for me to do a deep dive video on. So we'd love to have you join us. Let's talk about the Bitcoin miners. And I want to start by looking at the Bitcoin big board, and then I'm going to focus on the miners that are, in my opinion, in deep distress. Okay, so if you take a look at the big board overall, you'll see there's a bunch of green. This day started out very, very green. Everything was up. The CPI data was better than expected, and we were off to the races. Well, we've pulled way back since then. The equity markets are all still green on the day, but you can see we now have a little bit of a mixed bag of green and red in the Bitcoin miners. However, there's one in particular that is down drastically. Right now, as we speak, it's down 38.6%. It's been down over 40% on the day. So we'll have to see where that lands. Today's trading is not done yet, so we'll see where that lands. And there's another one, TerraWolf, that's down 13.8% right now. So I want to talk about that one because it has a 2-day trend going that's disturbing. So I'll let you check out the big board, but again, the trading day is not over, so we'll see where these end. These are not the final numbers. Okay, I want to start off by talking about Argo blockchain, stock ticker ARBK. They are trading at 42.5 cents right now. Today's range was as low as 36 cents and as high as 60 cents. So it was a big fluctuation on the day. Trading was halted on this all day Friday and all day Monday yesterday. So that is 2 full days of trading halted. That is a very unusual situation. They did put out a press release last night that I'm going to go through. They tried to explain why that happened, and trading has opened up today. And naturally, the news is not great over there, so they are way, way down. And this was a stock that was already down significantly. So, somewhere at 38% right now. Again, we'll see where they finish on the day. This leaves them with a $24 million market cap. This was once one of the bigger Bitcoin mining companies. You can see even their 52-week range, just within the last 52 weeks, this company traded as high as $14.80, and it's now down to 42 cents. So this has been a very, very rocky road. This is on my list of 6 distressed stocks, and again, we're going to get to that later in the video, so stay tuned for that. But let's see what's happening with Argo. Why did they stop trading for 2 days? So they put out this press release last night. So this is their announcement. The company is at risk of having insufficient cash to support ongoing business operations within the next month. The company is in advanced negotiations with a third party to sell certain assets and engage in an equipment financing transaction that the company believes will strengthen its balance sheet and improve its liquidity. The company is hopeful that it will be able to consummate the transaction outside of a voluntary Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing in the United States, although there is no assurance that the company can avoid such a filing. Okay, so let's just digest that. That's the heart of the matter. So this is not a good press release. They have insufficient money to make it to the end of the month, is what they're saying in this report. Now, it's the middle of the month right now, so that means basically within the next 2 weeks, unless they can make a deal, they're out of cash. So this is a brutal press release. I mean, reality is what it is, and I think everybody saw this coming to an extent. They were hoping a deal would come through, a deal for a bunch of money. I think $27 million fell through about a month ago, and that's the one they were banking on, and that leaves them in this position. Then they try to explain why trading was halted. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but they say as part of the process, certain draft materials were inadvertently published as a test page on the company's website. The inadvertently published materials, which implied that the company was filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, led to the suspension of trading of the company's securities on the London Stock Exchange and NASDAQ on Friday the 9th of December 2022. Shareholders should note the company has not filed for bankruptcy at this time. Okay, and then they've requested the UK Financial Conduct Authority to restore their listing. So they are now actively traded today, and we took a look, and basically they're down somewhere around 38 or 40% on the day today. But if that is why they were delayed, I don't know why they went radio silent. They did not issue any statement on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday as to what was going on. So if this was just an inadvertent mistake on their website that they subsequently fixed, I'm not sure why they wouldn't have let investors know that prior to then, but it is what it is. Either way, trading was halted for 2 full days. It's back on, and it's not going well. All right, next I want to talk about TeraWulf, stock ticker Wolf, WULF. They are now trading at 69.91%. So TeraWulf's a company I've talked about 3 or 4 times in the last week. They had some very strange trading activity last week. You'll see that TeraWulf was up 36% on the week. The week ended 12/9/2022. They traded all the way up to $1.21. So we talked about that over the weekend, and I had done a TeraWulf video in specific a few days earlier because I was disturbed by the way the trading was going. So you can now see from $1.21 just 2 trading days ago, they're now at 70 cents. So they are down drastically, maybe somewhere on the order of 40% over the last couple of days. They traded up in a way that made no sense to me at all. There was no reason for it. They came out with some news as well that they're doing some stock dilution, and the problem was not so much that it was a massive stock dilution. They were doing 16 million shares. The problem was they sold 16 million shares at 40 cents a share. So, that's over a 65% discount to what it was currently trading at. Companies will do a private placement to get their hands on, I think this was $6.7 million. So sometimes they will offer something of a discount in order to get that done and get the cash they need. But this was a drastic discount. So this stock has been taking a big beating as well. Okay, so this was my list. I did this video 3 weeks ago, my top 6 distressed Bitcoin miners. And I did say that to me, I was particularly worried about 1 through 4 on this list. 5 and 6 are very distressed, but they've already taken some big steps to try to reorganize their business. So I still believe they're in great danger. However, they have improved their situation. So you can see at number 4 on my list was Argo Blockchain, and at number 3 on my list was Wolf. So in the 3 weeks that has passed, Argo Blockchain is now trading at 40% lower. And again, really, that's today's move. So this was already down about 95%. Every single one of these stocks, all 6 of these stocks, are down somewhere between 97 and 99% from their highs from 2021. The only one that is really kind of going sideways and holding their own is Core Scientific. Now, their stock is down over 99% from its highs of 2022. So a lot of their problem was already priced in. They went from, about a $4 billion market cap to a $50 million market cap. So they're hanging around at that point. So, that's encouraging if you hold that stock. That seems to be the one on this list that has held on. However, I will reiterate, that was my number 1 on this list. That's the one I was the most worried about, and I would still leave that at number 1 right now. I think it just had all already been priced in. So you can see their debt was $997 million, and that to me was their big problem. So the only thing I would shift around a little bit here is probably Argo Blockchain. With that announcement that they just put out, I might even have to go so far as to say that they are tied for first on this list at this point. So I will redo this list. At the moment, I don't have any more to add to this level of distressed. I think there's 5 or 6 other stocks, other Bitcoin mining companies that, may not be able to survive an extended crypto winter, but they're not in immediate distress at this point. So I leave this list alone. I wouldn't take anybody off or add anybody to the list. However, I think I will probably rearrange this a little. Argo will move up the list to either second or tied for first, however you want to call it. And let's just take a look at those charts real quick. So this is Argo Blockchain. You can see this is disastrous. This is the 1-day chart. So they're down over 88% just off of their June lows. And they just told us that, they have maybe 2 weeks left worth of money. And if they can't either sell some equipment or get something financed, then they're already looking at potential Chapter 11. So they have not filed for Chapter 11 to be crystal clear yet, but they are looking at a potential bankruptcy filing. They mention it in their press release. So TeraWulf in the last 2 trading days is down about 43% from that spike that it had last week. And you can see that was really, it had been bouncing around in unusual ways all week last week, and then it finished the week with these 2 gigantic up days. So it's given all of that back and then some. We're down about 42% just from Friday's close. So I just wanted to bring everybody up to speed on those 2 situations, and most particularly on the Argo blockchain situation because they had trading halted for 2 full days. So now we know what's going on. We've seen their press release. You guys can interpret it for yourself. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. You guys need to do your own risk rewards, and I've just gone through and showed you that, to me, these are extremely, extremely volatile, risky stocks. So invest at your own risk and please do your due diligence. So that's all I got for you today on the Bitcoin miners. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.